A little bit more information on the effect of shearing them at day 70 pregnancy. I did a little bit more research. Wondering why they're not bare shorn. These are the ones that we shear every 8 months, because they haven't had a lot of contact yet. Just good morning everyone, what's going on today? Friday today, and as you might be able to tell, had a little bit of rain overnight. We had 6 mils last night, which is just a nice drop. It's not enough to make everything real wet and gonna get bogged, but you know, it's enough just to slowly soak into the ground and keep things just ticking along slowly. Not that we're getting a lot of grass growth this time of year, but it is still growing, just not very much. So I've just come out to check some ewes that are on the verge of lambing. Probably end of next week they'll start. So I've got a few lick blocks, as you saw, and a bit of lick powder that I'm bringing out to them, and I'm just going to split them. They're in 2 paddocks at the moment, so I'm just going to let 250 into one and then 150 into the other paddock. Just obviously one's bigger than the other, so that's what I'm on this morning. Shoot 'em up, Mags. So I'm just going to count 250 out into this paddock. Check this mob. Back. Yeah, it's close enough. There you go, girls. Here, Max, hop up. Get up. So there was about 400 in this mob that I just split up. Yeah, 150 in here and 250 in there roughly, and just don't want them in that big of a mob for lambing. 250 is still a pretty big mob. It's probably a little bit too big, but that is a big paddock, so they'll be fine. Plenty of shelter in there. Just gonna drop some lick in here for these ones, and then I'll do the same in the other paddock. They have been into it, so as long as they're eating it, we'll keep giving it to them. So basically, because this is a new paddock, they've been on lick in that other paddock, in the big paddock, but because this is a new one, all I do when I'm putting this sort of stuff out is find their sheep track, which you can see there's one here, and just simply put the lick and the block out on the track, because that's obviously where they walk to get from one part of the paddock to the other. So they'll find it no worries then, I'm sure. And as you can see, this carton is edible apparently, so just got to take the top off. There we go. And that's what we're giving them for any. Oh, the other one might be better. Nope, I've torn that off that too. There we go. That should get into that, I reckon. Hey, Carl. So as you can see, those ewes were in pretty good condition. I'm pretty happy with them. Comes back to probably number one reason, obviously being on good feed, but I think being bare shorn too, they're doing a lot better. A little bit more information on the effect of shearing them at day 70 pregnancy. I did a little bit more research after I'd sort of learned about that, and sort of the lambs being in a lot better condition at birth, you know, higher birth weight and having more fat on them, and then that therefore giving them a better start in life. I think that's probably mainly due to when the ewes are shorn, they generally eat a lot more for a period of time, just because they're sort of freshly shorn and trying to put condition on, I suppose. Or that's just the way sheep tend to just eat more once they're shorn, have a bigger appetite, and I think that's probably I assume that's the main contributor to the lamb birth weight. A lot of the articles I saw you had to pay for, so I could only sort of read the abstract. Yeah, it was something that I found interesting. There's also another fella video that I saw the other day that was quite interesting too, about him shearing his ewes in June. Not that we shear that late, we sort of ideally shear in April, May. Did end up shearing a few into June this year, just a handful of lambs. And from what I could read and my understanding of it, the ewes that were shorn at day 70, their lambs actually showed a bit more resilience to worms and parasites when they were out. But I guess that comes back to having a healthier lamb, and healthier lambs are just naturally more more resilient to worms anyway. Just an interesting point. But everyone's got their different opinions. It's a bit like lambing. There's no really ideal time. Everyone has their own opinions and on when to do it and when not to do it, and that's how we do it. We shear in the springtime as well. So we've not as many as we do in April, May, but the studs and obviously the 8-month shearing merinos when they're in line too. Just out giving a few twin lamb merinos a bit of barley. They're very close to them, and they're the same as the crossbreds we just saw. Sort of next week or the week after they'll start. They're looking well too. These are the ones wondering why they're not bare shorn. These are the ones that we shear every 8 months. So these will be shorn in February, I think. So probably October, November they'll be shorn again. Probably around weaning time. Oh, there's the camels too. Just got to keep an eye on the camels. They don't seem to annoy the sheep too much. They're all right there now, but I know we have had alpacas in the past and they sort of chase the sheep off the grain. So just sitting here for 5 minutes and making sure that they're not being mean or pests. I didn't think to do it when I come in here just now, but next time I come out and feed these ewes, I'll put the camels in the next paddock because they don't need to be in here. They're only going to cause the ewes more stress if anything. So just move them into a paddock where there's not lambing ewes. Just bought a bale of ryegrass silage down the old girlies here. I'm going to wean these calves shortly. I don't think they've had any of this, or they might have had one bale earlier on potentially before we marked them. I'm just going to give them this just so that they learn what it is off their mums, and then probably yard wean them. So then when I put them in the yards, I'll know exactly what it is and hopefully get into it straight away, and just gets them a bit quieter too because they haven't had a lot of contact yet. Just sort of imprints, keeps an imprint of us in the head sort of thing. So that's all we're doing.
I got a feeling it's the moment my life's gonna start. I got the feeling when the windows roll down in the car. I got the feeling if I wanna fly, I know that I could. I got a feeling it's all feeling good. I got a feeling it's all feeling good. The sun will show the way, I know the road to take. Throw all our cares away, I don't need to knock on wood. Time is on my side, let's all enjoy the ride. I got a feeling, it's all feeling good. I got a feeling, it's all feeling good.
But anyway guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for another one. I just got to go and fix something on a fireplace, but I think that's gonna finish that one there. So I hope you enjoyed it, and with that we'll catch you in the next one. Alrighty, see ya, bye.
The stars push through the sky, my heart is beating faster when I got you right by